Hello everyone, welcome to our live channel Light Language transmission. This is take 2 from me. The first one didn't work. We are Friday and I hope you are enjoying your day knowing that the weekend is coming. So hopefully for you it means relaxation, taking a little break. Either way, welcome. This is live on the main page as well as on the free group, my beautiful community of light workers and healers rising into their divine intuitive powers. Welcome. So I'm just waiting for a few of you to join in. I'm waiting for a few of you to receive the notification that we're live. Please let me know who's there in the comment section. I can see a few people joining in, but I would love just to see your names and say where you're from if you're joining for the first time. So what prompted me to really share light language today was simply comments I receive from my students and everyone. Hello, Moon. I hope you're doing fine. Yeah, okay, regardless of, hello, Stephanie. Regardless of everything that is happening around the world. And there's some great news. There's some news that are still, a bit heavier, regardless of what's happening in our personal lives, regardless of what is happening in the astral realm and all the retrogrades and the different astral position in the sky. There will always be things that are triggering us, okay? Whether it's felt globally or not, there will always be something. So we need to find ways individually and as a group, like a family, like Lightworker family, we need to find a way to really join our hands, our energies together and say, I'm taking you along. Let's do an activation. Whatever you're going through, let's transmute this. Let's turn it into something that you will be able to easily move over, move beyond. So I see Heidi's there. Hello, beautiful. I hope you're all doing good. So if you're joining me for the first time, live or as a replay, I know most of you do know me now, but I'm Natalie Restored. I'm the host of the page and the group. I'm a Lightworker mentor. And how do I mentor people? Well, I channel clearly a connection to your higher self. Your higher self holds the key to all the earth and cosmic information regarding your destiny, your potential timelines, and all the blocks you're going through right now, you have been going through, and all the opportunities coming your way. And of course, when I'm channeling, it is fully interactive. I take you with me. So you are at the same time receiving the data I'm receiving. And what happens in the background, it is actually unlocking channeling abilities within you, regardless again of your own actual abilities. It's kind of unlocking even more gifts. So this is what I do, and I help light workers who actually know they have gifts, who know that they're here to do something special, but they just need some guidance and they just need some support. So this is my role. And again, there's so many ways to contact me, DM, live call with me to find out how I can help you. But today, let me know how you're doing energetically. And even if you're watching this later in the weekend or in the week, next week, let me know at the moment you're watching this, let me know how you feel. Energetically, do you feel it's your energies? Do you feel it's the collective energies? Do you feel it's your town, your family, your parents, your partner? Just take a few seconds just to quickly go inward and say, okay, do I feel really light? Do I feel my heart is open and excited and I just want to share joy? Or do I feel depleted? Or do I feel a little bit drained? Or do I feel neutral? I close my eyes to do this because that's my way to monitor how I feel. That is my personal way. It seems that I'm less distracted when I close my eyes and I can go inward. We all have different ways. Moon says, I'm feeling empowered. Wonderful. So the world will need you, Moon. Share your light. And I know you do a wonderful work. I kind of see sometimes what you're doing on your page. So it's beautiful. Maritza, hello, beautiful. So my question again is, how do you feel energetically? Even if you don't write it down, I would love you to write it down, because then you can measure how others are feeling. It's not a contest who's feeling the best or the worst here. It's just to see that depending on how you feel in your own life experience, the same global energies may impact you differently. Either way, what will follow in the next seconds is really at least this is the intention. Remember, it is channeled, so I have no clue how it will come out. I know yesterday I was really activated, really activated. I worked with different students of mine. I'm just bringing my chair a little bit forward. Yeah, and I realized that there was a lot of emotional blocks. There were still, and it's true, everybody has a different journey, so it doesn't mean that it is your situation, but because of the density of what we're going through globally, all the changes, the restrictions, and the opportunities for many, it's forcing us so much to review how we used to do things. And sometimes we had patterns that were totally unhealthy for us, but we kept on doing it without even knowing that it had a negative impact on us. So when I work with people, and it's inevitable as you work on developing your intuitive powers, that's what I talked about yesterday, making sure that you really look at your vision and your emotional blocks. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice lately, so I'll need to probably drink a little bit more often than usual. So it is always important to review your life mission, to not review your life mission, to review your emotions. It is unavoidable. It is inevitable. I'm sorry. It is, you cannot escape it, really. So Heidi says, yeah, I feel many upgrades within these energies. I ground a lot. Wonderful. So I see a lot of you are already experiencing beautiful changes. Maritza says, becoming much better at transmuting. I'm sorry, I added a few letters here. Transmuting the negative energies into light. Beautiful. And yes, I empathize, feel like upgrades are happening. Yes. So again, whatever everything is being triggered within you, just observe. Don't get upset if old stuff are coming back, and just be peaceful. And at the same time, be clear, be honest with yourself. Do not try to avoid or postpone this kind of inner work. That is, if you really want to upgrade your intuitive powers, it's crucial, really crucial, to remember you're a human being. It's not just connecting. I mean, today's great. I love connecting to high vibrational beings, and we love those gatherings, those, whether you watch it live or as a replay, we love them. They're so potent. But how do we're talking about transmutation, how do we bring that back in our reality? Is it just a dream? Is it just a fantasy? Is it just a break in our everyday life? Or do we actually use this this reset, because it is an energetic reset, to work on ourselves and see, okay, I think I realize that a lot with people personally. I realize that as I raise my vibration more, and most of the time it's happening unconsciously, simply because I work with people, and I work with wonderful people. I work with people who are developing so much powers, and their life mission is becoming clear. And of course, I support them along the way, but their mission is already coded within them. I realize that it's also bringing me the awareness that there's some conversations that I find a little bit harder. The mundane conversations about life, the weather, politics, and all that. I say, yeah, I need to participate in the everyday life. That's how we communicate. Not everyone is a light worker, or at least is open, in the metaphysical reality or the metaphysical world. But I realize, and that is not something I intended on changing. It's simply like I feel depleted when I just talk to these people or these conversations. So there's always a way to monitor how you feel about that. But it's important to remember what works for you, what doesn't work, boundaries. We're talking about boundaries, and just act accordingly. Doesn't mean you have to cut ties with everyone unless you feel it's the only solution, but it's just to know how much you can take of it, if it's important for you to take more of it, and if not, to take a break. Really to take a break and see how much and in what situation you need to do that. I know it's a bit harder when you work in a setting or your family is a little bit, concerned about more mundane stuff. But yes, totally, Heidi, reflecting on triggers. So let's forget about everything that was said. Again, if anything touched you, reached you, it will obviously leave an imprint within you. But let's raise our vibration right now. Yeah, Heidi says, today I felt I needed to express, or I expressed my boundaries. So beautiful. That's always good. All right, guys, let's get ready. Feet are touching the ground. Your back is well supported. It's always better to be seated than lying down, just to avoid to fall asleep. It doesn't matter if you do fall asleep. I won't take it personally. But for you, you'll find out the experience is a lot more powerful and deep when you actually sit down. Having your feet touching the ground allows you to remain connected to earth, to your physicality, and at the same time your spine straight without straining your posture. Just allowing it to feel straight and comfortable allows you to ease the flow of energy coming in. It likes to work around the spine. It likes to flow down along the spine. So your eyes are closed right now. Take a deep breath in through the nose and breathe out until no more breath. Like a big sigh of letting go, like a big letting go completely. Deep inhale and let go. Deep inhale at your own pace and let go. Now, I would like you to visualize a beautiful white light all around you. It's a process that I use. You may have different ways to access higher frequencies, but let's visualize this white light. This white light is following the contour of your body, creating a bubble around you. Beautiful white light. As you see the white light, you feel some kind of warmth, some kind of energy that is trying to enter in contact with your physical self. Always very gently, always entering in contact with you lovingly. Feel the white light around you. And this white light connects you to your earth self without leaving behind any aspect of your physical incarnation. We're talking about the body, how you feel. We're talking about your heart, your emotions. We're talking about your mind that generates thoughts, beliefs, but also visions. Creating visions that your body will integrate easily to feel your visions. Right now, you're programming yourself through the sound of my voice to create and only create and maintain visions that are accessible for you now and that will uplift you, that will give you the sense of feeling empowered, but also happy to just be you in the life and in the interactions you decide to open, to initiate. From now on, through this process, we are talking to our physical self, and we're simply telling it, thank you. Thank you for hosting my soul. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to experience life on earth, a life I have chosen to continue my spiritual progression as a soul. Thank you for allowing me to live the human experience. Thank you. In return, I'm giving you the promise that I will take care of you, that I will listen to you, listening to every sign and every message you're sending me. As you and we are interacting together. We are collaborating. I am taking care of you because in return, you allow me to use the most optimal way the powers of this human experience. And that includes my power to bring images to my mind, the power I have to vision or envision exactly what would make me feel happy, what would make me feel joyful, what would make me feel totally aligned with what I sense in my heart as being a life, as a light worker that is really, really exciting, that flows very easily. I will count from 1 to 10. And as I count from 1 to 10, we will feel right. We are rising. We will feel that an aspect of us is still very grounded to the soil, to the earth, but at the same time, we will feel that our energetic self is rising to receive a deeper recalibration, something that our body is now fully open to incorporate within us, simply because now it trusts. It trusts the experience we're going through. So let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Feel. Bring any images coming to your mind, just welcome them. And let's focus more on the energy flowing within you. Your body's activated now to receive a lot of codes and integrate them, just not experiencing now some kind of recalibration, but to keep it, to anchor it within you. Sounds will come through very soon. And if you want to, you can slightly open your eyes while still remaining in the deep trance and allow my hand movements to take you in a dance, in a choreography of energetic recoding, shift, without having the desire to understand what's going through right now, simply being in the moment. شومعينك أرانا تشتبه حبي لقيناي شو ماي الله إنا ينهم بيم شوم برم شت الأرض أو بلعت إيخا إي أتأهلن كرات إيشتو أحد ترني لك Take a deep breath in through the nose, breathe out. And if you're drawn to do this, use one of your hands to tap gently a part of your body intuitively that may require. There's a lot of energy that needs to be really kept, incorporated in the body, anchored. And when we tap like that, it's like we're almost opening the receptors. It's a way for our body to be triggered, like, oh, I'm supposed to be aware. Oh, I'm supposed to be receiving energy. It's like we're almost exciting the surface of our body to be alert, to be like, we're here to receive information. And it's already done, but you're kind of stimulating your body to really reset itself energetically. So if you feel drawn to do this, like now my fingers are tapping, just whatever you feel like, but just let the movement come to you naturally. It could be your head, it could be your knees, it could be your toes, it could be your nose, doesn't really matter. If you feel drawn to create a sound, please do so. Ik arm ich ni ala ik na at ilak ni ko It's like I hear myself and I'm kind of like, oh my God, it sounds like a sequence. And I can feel in the sound the sequence of the reprogramming. It's like, let's get rid of whatever is heavy in our system. Okay, take a deep breath in through the nose. Relax your hands, relax your body. Stretch if you need to. Breathe out, and this time again, breathe out until no more breath. As I'm thanking your higher self and a being that came through I was asking, where are you from? And it's a place I've never heard before. The being to me looked like long white hair, but he had a mask, like almost like a horn that looked like a half circle, and it was kind of connected to his third eye or somewhere between the top of the nose, and it was just there connected to third eye, half a circle, kind of a crown but on the forehead, and another shape covering the eyes. Was just here as a as he says, I was just passing by, your vortex was open, I just came through. And he says it's pretty much how it happens for most channelers. Sometimes we know you're going to do this, so we're here waiting for the vortex to open. And that's what I do when I make the invitation. All the little relaxation process, the induction, is just opening a vortex, and from their end, all they see is that like a channel, like a beam of light opening up coming from Earth, and they know that they're invited to come in because we're high enough. So this one came through because he had a message for us. All right, thank you everyone. Remember that what is done and will remain done, and will continue to activate you as the days are going by. Beautiful. So open your eyes, of course. Natasha says, singing. Okay, I danced while you were singing. Yes, your whole body was popping and felt amazing. Wonderful. Yesterday, I had such a wonderful session with one of my beautiful students, and there's this chant that came through. I mean, I repeat this. If you're asking me to sing right now, like consciously singing, my voice won't be as clear, and I will definitely not keep the note, a clear note. You know, I'm not a singer. But when I channel yesterday, because of course, when you channel, there's the observer, you, the conscious mind, observing the whole process. So of course, you don't want to stop yourself by analyzing, but you're still the person from which through which the experience goes through, or I don't know how I'm saying it, but you understand, you're the person used to channel the experience. So of course it's coming through you and you feel it. And at the same time, you observe what's happening. It's quite amazing. So yesterday I said, oh my God, I've never sang that well. So yes, wonderful, totally good. Maritza says, oh, Natasha said, I started in Egypt, I believe, then lots of light, a lot of spiritual beings were around me and smiling. Oh, wonderful. Maritza says, I saw first violet light, then circle of pink light, then my body was tingling from feet to head. And when you were making the sounds, I began tapping on my face. You see, so you already received the tapping invitation. That's wonderful. Natasha says, then I saw aliens and I went into space. Yeah. This is pretty much who we connect with. You know, whether you call it aliens, high vibrational beings, light beings, it's we understand that they're holding a frequency that we don't have every day here on Earth. MJ says, it felt beautiful. Thank you, Heidi. I saw beings in the bluish purple background through tunnels of forest. Then gold came in, an aura of gold. I also tapped on my heart. Yeah, you see, it's there's something. How is your body feeling? How's your body feeling? Yeah, how do you feel? Because the integration of the energies to make sure that whatever you're going through right now, what you have accumulated in the past days and what will come through in potentially the next days, need to be integrated in a positive way, needs to be alchemized in a positive way, meaning you keep the best of it, you move forward, and you let go of all the energies that are not good. So what we're doing is not only just a clearing or a recalibration. It's also, that's what happened with this. They were simply telling us, activate your cells, activate your cells, activate your blood flow, activate your energy flow in order to clear the energy toxins, and of course all the cellular, all the waste, the toxic waste within us that may also influence our thoughts. But the invitation is also for the next days and the next weeks. MJ says, I noticed the being you were speaking about, but not the face. I can't really see right now. Not sure if it's a personal block or what it is. Just surrendering to it. Yes, maybe clairvoyance is not your main thing. Remember, some people who are highly, really highly intuitive, just feel clairaudience or claircognizance, clairsentience. Remember, this is what I use, and I would say most channelers are using, but I mean, there's times I don't see anything and I hear. So it depends also who we connect, like what kind of being we connect, but the channeler, like the person, the physical person, is the one translating the codes. So they talk to us in a language we can understand, which is our language, our, everyday communication. We look at things, we hear things, we feel things, we speak about things, we taste things. So they know how we communicate. So they try their best to translate their mode of communication into ours. It's like almost if the channel is a transferring system, like when you go from one voltage to another, from one country and another, you need that kind of I forgot what it's called, but something that will transfer the wattage or the voltage, So this is what a channeler does, but we need still, to use our emotions or senses, I should say, for that. Natasha says, I needed that today. My heart was heavy. Well, I hope it helps you. So I will share this also with my beautiful community because, again, I never know how much will come through. And I think this is kind of very beneficial. Feel free to share that with your friends if ever you feel some would be in need of that. Again, if you're not in my group yet, what are you waiting for? Yeah, so I'll put the link there. If not, just send me a DM and I'll invite you to join. I'm there way more often. Sometimes I just feel that I need to reach more people, so I'll go in the group and on the page. Again, it's not really something I consciously decide. It's like it was so general today that it could definitely reach anyone who is intuitively awakening. But again, if you need support, if you need some clarity around what's happening in your life in terms of intuitive expression, or if you feel the calling to do a bit more, then let me know. This is my job. This is how I can guide you. And whether you decide to DM me, to book a call with me, or just join our group if you're there, I'll be very happy. Just know that the calls there's no obligation whatsoever. I will ask you a few questions to make sure that you and I are making sure that we'll just share the right information, or we're ready for that conversation. It's not a conversation like I'm here to sell you stuff. Let's get that clear. The conversation is you and I talking about something that is important for you. You and I are like going to talk about the intuitive powers you have right now, the ones you feel are being developed. How do you foresee yourself in the next months, in the next years? Do you already feel what your life mission is? And we'll map out your next steps, what we sense is the ideal next steps for you. So if your ideal next steps are to work with me because I think I could help you develop that, I work one-on-one, I work in a group setting every week or in a group setting a few times a month to make sure that I really do reach everyone depending on the time they have to dedicate to their intuitive growth. But if ever I realize, and it does happen a few times where I'm telling people, look, you don't need me. All you need is to practice a little bit more. You know enough. And that's it. Conversation ends there. Big hugs. That's it. Good luck. I'm sure you're doing good. Sometimes it's like, I think you need to read more a little bit. I think you need to do a little bit of emotional work before you join my container, because you might feel that it's too much. You might feel that you don't even understand the words star seeds, light workers. So I'll be very honest with you. I'm not going to invite anyone who's not really a match. So the conversation, you have the choice. If you don't want to do a chat with me, just DM me and we can have that kind of conversation through little audio clips and messages. But I'm just going to ask you questions that are here to activate you and make you realize where you're at right now and what you could do. I'm not channeling, but at least I'm intuitive enough to ask the questions that will trigger that in you. So if you want to chat with me, I'll post it there, but it is natalierestore.com/chat. I will post it again. In the Facebook group, if you're not there yet, because I'm here on the page and in the group as well, it's Intuitive Power and an Abundance Accelerator for light workers and healers. I'll post the link there in the description. I wish you a great weekend, guys. I hope it did help you, and share your light. And again, don't let anything or anyone make you doubt that this light is meant to grow and to heal you and help others. Whatever your destiny is, whatever way, you're meant to use those beautiful gifts. There's not one way to channel. There's not one way to heal. There's not one unique way to read tarot cards. There's not one unique way to teach, to educate people. There's not one unique way to lead a group, okay? So just know that you can do it. Get inspired by others, but go back to your heart center and feel, how do I want to share my light? All right, so enjoy the rest of the day and your weekend, and we'll chat very soon. Bye-bye for now.